it's Megan, and today I'm going to talk to you all about my current favorite beauty products. And wow, there are some awesome things in here, some like things that I rediscovered in my collection, some things that are newer, like even like new releases, which is really exciting. I've been trying to do these videos every month because I feel like I just get into a groove of using certain products in like a monthly cadence, and then I kind of get bored and want to move on to something else. So these are the products that I've been using the most lately, and I have mostly makeup, but I do have some perfumes, including one I haven't even talked to you guys about, which is the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo fragrance. And if you can see, I have used this whole part up here, and it like really scares me when I see like usage in my perfumes. Like, it's good because I'm using it, but I'm like, I don't want to run out, because this fragrance, I wouldn't say is perfect for summer, but I have just been loving this scent. It is so cozy to me, and I love that the like top is the sprayer, and it is a really nice spray. And I got blood work done today, so that's why I have that. But oh my god, this is going to be like my go-to scent in the fall. Like, this is very much more like a cozy scent, I would say. But I have just been loving this, and I can't believe I haven't mentioned this to you guys. So I bought this like maybe 2 months ago, and I used like my Ulta points and stuff like that, so I got a really great deal on it, and I am in love with it. I can see this becoming one of my signature scents because it is so beautiful. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's a little bit spicy, like most Jimmy Choo scents are, and it seems like Jimmy Choo is completely revamping their fragrance line. Like, I went on the Jimmy Choo website and they have like 6 new fragrances, so I don't know if those will be coming out to like Ulta and Sephora, but I have loved Jimmy Choo fragrances since I was in college, and that is a long time ago now. But this one does not disappoint. If you like richer scents, you will absolutely love this like deeper type of scents. Oh my god, it is divine. I absolutely love this. I love the bottle, and I just can't believe I haven't mentioned it to you guys. And one that I have mentioned a bunch is the Alt Fragrances Thorned Rose, and this one as well, you can see some usage in there. Not as much as the Jimmy Choo, but this one is, oh my god, this is heaven. This is a dupe for the Tom Ford Rose Prick, and I have a 15% off code for Alt Fragrances. It's Meg's Makeup 8 for 15% off your Alt Fragrances order. And this is possibly my favorite perfume I've ever smelled in my life. It is so me. It is a rose scent, but very like rich and spicy. It has like a lot of patchouli in it, and that's like the type of scents my mom really loves. And so it's just like, I feel like scent preferences are like passed down to you, and I definitely prefer spicy fragrances. And this is just delicious. It smells exactly like the Tom Ford, because I have a little sample of the real Rose Prick, and this is dead on the exact same. And sorry, my hair is like really bothering me today. It's like, it's just crazy, but if I push it behind my shoulders, we should be fine. And I love it the most. Like, I love it when I smell it, but I love it the most as it dries down. And when it's fully dried down, it gets this creaminess to it that is just so comforting to me, so soothing. And I've actually been using this a lot before bed, which seems odd because it does seem more like a sexy like date night scent or whatever, and there's no one in bed with me lately, so it's just for me. And I think that that is so important, to just have that, like, to do things just for yourself and just because you enjoy them. And this is that cozy, amazing fragrance that really soothes me. It's like aromatherapy. It is just amazing. This is probably more like a fall winter scent, but I have been wearing it a lot, like just for myself or even from day to day, even though I barely leave my house, but it is gorgeous, especially when it dries down. So, yes, I just love this one so much. Okay, into the makeup. So I tried to wear a bunch of the stuff today. And first, let me talk about my nail polish since this has been a major favorite. This is the Chanel 504 Organdie. It's just a nude nail polish, but if you have ever tried to find a nude nail polish, it's really hard and it's really annoying, and like everyone's nude is different because we all have different skin tones, but this one is like the perfect mannequin nails for me. And it has a bit of rosiness, like rosy peachiness, but not yellow, because that's what I've noticed a lot of, like nude colors pull very yellow on me, and so it just looks like my nails are like yellowed, and like I just don't like that. So this is perfection. I love the bottle. I love that it's like square and it's just so cute. But I've been really impressed with Chanel nail polish, including this one. I think I've had this on like for 3 or 4 days, and you cannot tell. Like there's a little bit of tip wear, but not much. And it is just gorgeous. And I have repainted my nails this like back to back, which I never do. When I repaint my nails, I always use a different color. But I love this so much that I have been repainting my nails with this. And that says a lot for me. So I absolutely love it. It is a splurge, but when I saw the color, I knew it was like the color that I've been looking for my whole life, and I am not mad about it. I absolutely love it. And since it is such a neutral color, it's one that I would actually go through, which is what I try to pick whenever I buy something expensive. I try to make sure it's something I would really use and hopefully use up eventually. So I love this, and it's a great color. And speaking of Chanel, I've been using the Le Beige medium palette lately. So I love their Le Beige packaging, and the little brush fell out. But they just came out with a new Le Beige collection, and I'm really interested in the Intense palette that's like this, but obviously different colors. But I'm trying to hold off because I'm thinking about doing a little Chanel shopping spree for my birthday in July. But anyhow, the medium is the perfect everyday smoky palette. Like, there's nothing really fancy about it other than the packaging. But the colors are very basic. The top one, these two like mid-tone shades, and like the grayish black are all like satin mattes, and then this shade is the only one that's really like a shimmer. So it's very just like basic in the best possible way. Like if I was traveling for work, or if I was going into work for like a big presentation, or just when I wanted to feel like put together and confident, but not like super sparkly like I am today. And I'll talk to you guys about what I'm wearing today. But this is just the perfect like pulled together chic one and done palette. Like you don't need anything else with this palette, but of course you could, since if you wanted to do like a lid color with something else, you could use these as like your base shades and then just add a pop on the lid. But I tend to just use these 5 colors, and I love it every time. It is a really great palette. Again, something that I would actually use up, and like I said, that's what I try to think about when I buy expensive stuff like this. So I absolutely love this, and I've been wearing it more often lately than I had in the past. What I'm wearing today is like the polar opposite. This is a fun, amazing palette. It's themed with the 2000s like hit songs, and I thrived in the 2000s. Like, that was my childhood, and I just lived my best life. And so this is from BH Cosmetics. The inside says, "My shadows bring all the boys to the yard." Which is like a reference to that song, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard." Like, oh my god, can you remember all that stuff? So all the shades are named after or similar to hit songs from the early 2000s, and I just live for this palette. And so I love the theming, but I love the color scheme, which a lot of times I really like a theme of a palette, but the colors just don't speak to me. This palette spoke to me on every single level possible, because the first two rows are very like cool tone, smoky, purple, metallic, and then this bottom row is a little more warm tone, but not overly warm tone. Like, you get this one shade, Bootylicious, which is more orangey, but it is gorgeous on the eyes. All of these colors are gorgeous. Single Lady, I really, really love, and Teen Dream. I've been using those the most for like lid shades, but I'm also really impressed with their mattes. Like, Poker Face up here is a gorgeous like kind of concrete color. Hollaback is a great like blend out transition shade. And let's see, oh, Umbrella, this one is really gorgeous. This like really deep metallic, and I'm just impressed with this, you guys. Like, it's $18. It has so many fun shades, but also like neutral shades. It's just really nice. I just really like it. For my look today, I'm wearing Teen Dream on my lid, and these metallics apply best with your finger. So that's what I did. I usually use my pinky because it's the smallest and I have very like minimal lid space. So I use Teen Dream, I use Poker Face and Hollaback in my crease, and then I use Single Lady to smoke out my lower lash line. So I love this palette. It's so fun. I'm impressed with the formula, and yeah, so I would definitely recommend that. For my face makeup, I have been definitely doing like a routine. Like, I do the same thing every single day since I discovered this like routine. So in my collection, I rediscovered the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. This is probably my favorite foundation in the universe. Like, I love L'Oreal Pro Glow and Estee Lauder Double Wear. Those are my other two favorites. But just like a go-to foundation that's not super matte, that's not super glowy, wears really well, color match is perfect. This is everything I've ever needed. So I have the shade Fair 20N, and there is a good color range from this line, which is hard to find in less expensive foundations. So Ulta, at least on their website, carries, I believe, all of the shades, but definitely ColourPop's website would have every single shade. So I love that it has a pump. Not every high-end foundation even has a pump, and this is very, very, very pigmented. So don't like pump it like crazy. Just do maybe not even a full pump, and then I apply it with my hands because it's very, here, let me show you guys. It's very creamy, but kind of runny. So it applies best with your hands, and I hope you'll be able to see how pigmented it is. Like, it really blends out, but keeps the coverage, and it's just gorgeous. So what I love about this is that it isn't super glowy. Like, it doesn't make me not look glowy. It makes me look very natural. I would say it's definitely like a natural finish as opposed to like glowy or matte. It's just very natural. It wears super well even when I have to wear my mask, take off, put back on, all that stuff. It just wears really, really nicely, unlike 99% of my foundations. So I absolutely love this, and it's like $15, which is not bad for a foundation. This is for me, foundations last me forever, so I love so much. And then for concealer, I found a great combination with products that I had in my collection. So I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Light 2.5 Creme Brulee, which I normally use vanilla, but last year I bought a few different colors to like test the waters, see if I could find a better color match for me. If I want just like a one and done concealer, vanilla is still the best shade for me, but this Creme Brulee is kind of color correcting. It's very peachy compared to my skin tone, and so it counteracts any of the blueness under my eyes, which I have very, very pale skin, and the skin under your eyes is very thin. So my like under eyes aren't dark, but you can see through to my veins, which are very blue. So this perfectly counteracts that. So I actually put this on before my foundation. So I do a little like swipe under my eyes, blend it out, do my foundation, and then at the very, very end, I add a little dab of the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape in 16N Fair Light Neutral. So this is lighter than my skin, and the problem is the packaging. Mine has gotten so messy, so I just take it off the wand. I don't even take the brush out. But this is slightly lighter than my skin, but still like a great neutral tone. And it is so nice and creamy, but not too hydrating. Like it's not hydrating, but it's not so creamy like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes. That is too creamy for me. Like it makes my mascara run and things like that. So this is creamy, but it does dry down, so it doesn't stay like creamy, if you know what I mean. Like it's creamy, but it doesn't stay creamy. And then with both of those concealers, I've been loving this Sephora Pro Blush Brush number 99 actually as my concealer brush, because this shape that's like tapered is perfect for like patting out your concealer. It is literally perfection under the eyes, and this is synthetic, so I think that works really, really nicely with like concealers and foundations. It doesn't get all caked up, and I just absolutely love that combination. And then I set everything and buff everything out with my Guerlain Meteorites in Claire, and these I have fallen back in love with. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. And my favorite brush to use them with is the Sephora powder brush that's like beveled, and so it just lets you like set but then also buff, and it is so soft. It is so nice. It picks up the product beautifully. Like with the Meteorites, since they're like pressed into those like balls, you need something not too soft. If you use like a really, really silky brush, I don't think you could get enough powder on your brush. Like it wouldn't break it up enough. But this is super soft on the face, but is a little bit like tough enough that it can break up those meteorite balls perfectly, and then you just buff out your face to perfection. So love that whole face routine. Absolutely amazing. And then for my cheeks, oh my god, you guys. So Benefit generously sent me quite a few of their products, some new and some not so new. So the one that I was the most surprised by is this Hoola Light. So I have only ever tried like the original Hoola, and I think I decluttered it like a long time ago. This is the perfect shade, this Hoola Light, for my skin tone. I love that they have Hoola Light like embossed in the pan, and I've been using this Sonia Kashuk angled blush brush as my like bronzer brush. I just take a little bit, and I'm already wearing it, so it might look overboard, but it is so natural. And it's a little more warm tone than I typically go for. I'm more of like a cooler tone bronzer type of girl. But like this, you can really warm up the face with it. And I am so like shocked and impressed by it. But they also sent me their new Hoola Glow, which is in celebration of Hoola's 20th anniversary. So this one has Hoola Glow stamped into it, and it has a little bit of a glow, but not like too much. So let me apply some of this. This is a little dark for my skin, but it would work for, I would think, the majority of people. So that obviously is darker, and there's a slight sheen, but it's not like super glittery or anything like that. But this definitely would warm up your skin tone, and it's just really pretty. So I like this a lot. I like the Hoola Light more because it's more natural and I can wear it like without having to think about it. This feels like it's a little dark for me, but it's still fun. And then this palette, one color in particular, but you can only get it in this palette, and this is the Air Goddess Foroscope Blush and Highlighter Palette. So my one shade like always falls out, so that's not really awesome. But this color Solstice is insane. They absolutely need to sell this as a single. So this is a baked blush compared to their other products, which are just like poured, I guess, like that. I guess. And this has the most gorgeous sheen to it, and it's a richer color than their other blushes. Like Dandelion and Georgia, like they're really nice, but they're super light. Like even on my skin tone, they're really, really light. But this Solstice color, and I'm gonna apply more because why not? This is the most stunning like raspberry shade, and it has that nice subtle sheen to it. I'm gonna blend out with my powder brush, but it is just gorgeous. And I think that this color would do so well if they sold it as a single. Like so many skin tones could wear this and it would just look so, so stunning. So I hope they sell it as a single one day. Right now it's exclusive to these palettes. I don't know if it's only in this palette. There's 3 palettes. They sent me this one, but then there is like Earth Goddess and Water Goddess or something like that. I'm not sure, but the color Solstice is where it's at. So I absolutely love all those chic products, and they were sent to me, but that's how I can try some different products for you guys. So that is really, really cool. Oh, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about like my eyes and my face routine. I've been using the Kosas Air Brow in Auburn just by itself, no brow pencil, because I already have bigger brows, like more full brows, and I just feel like when I pencil them in, which I've just been in the habit of doing, they just look really heavy, and maybe they didn't, but to me this just tinted brow gel by itself is all I really need, and I think it just looks really nice. Like it softens my look a little bit. Like I wear usually a full face of makeup, but then when I do my brows like darker, it just makes everything even more like ah. So when I don't fill in my eyebrows and just do the brow gel, I just think it makes everything look like a little softer. So I really like this, but I also like the Benefit Gimme Brow as a tinted brow gel. Like I don't see a huge, like I'm not totally in love with this. I don't not like it, but just the whole fact of not using a brow pencil is like a current favorite. For lips, I have been nonstop reaching for this NARS lip oil infused lip tint in Orgasm. So I got this in a Sephora favorite set, and I just cannot stop. It is gorgeous. It feels so good. It slightly tints your lips, and it really actually reminds me of the YSL tinting oils that I used to love until they discontinued them. So this is very similar, I would say, to that. It just gives you a nice glossy lip It's very thin. It's not like goopy or anything. And then it slightly tints your lips even after the like oil wears away. So I really, really love this, and I think it's perfect for summer. And then the last thing I have to talk to you guys about is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I have used quite a bit of this, and I love this stuff. I love it for the smell. It smells like a very creamy watermelon. I love the packaging. I love the pump. I love the texture. It's like a kind of, it's not really thin. It's like the perfect texture, and I have eyeshadow swatches on here. I forgot. But it just blends in, and I mostly use this on my arms because it is very expensive compared to other body creams, but it's really not as expensive as I feel like they could have charged. Like this is $28, I think. But other high-end body lotions are way more expensive. So it just blends in beautifully. It smells so good, and it has AHAs that really help to lightly exfoliate your skin. So I love it on my upper arms where I have keratosis pilaris, but it's just good to keep your skin exfoliated no matter what. And I just have been loving this to death. So I really, really recommend it. I only use body creams at night because I just don't like putting on lotion and then putting on clothes. I just always feel like I just don't like that feeling. But this actually does sink in pretty nicely, so you could put on clothes on top of it. I just don't. So I can't really say much about that, but wearing it to bed, I never feel like super greasy or anything like that. It's just a lovely body cream. I love everything about it. So that is everything, you guys. Those were all of my current favorites. Be sure to tell me in the comments below what you guys have been loving, because I love getting your suggestions and seeing if you guys are shopping your stash or finding new things at the store. Like, I feel like I did a pretty good job at shopping my stash over the past month, but I definitely did get some new stuff. So I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.